Hello everyone. Here is what I have planned for you today. You know that greeting we've been working on, we're going to make it a little more complicated today. We're going to do our rhythm sing backs. I want to review with you the song Bim Bum. And the main part of our lesson is we're going to take the Rock Island line and that 4-beat pattern we practiced last time. We're going to put it in a new setting, so you'll have to see what that's about. And then you're going to do your next installment of Peter and the Wolf. So, let's get going. Let's practice our greeting with all of the motions that we learned in our last lesson. Here we go. Say hey, say hi. A wave works too. Thumbs up or a wink. Air hug, jazz hand salute. Say hey, say hi. A wave works too. Elbow bump, foot bump, air fist bump, dude. And remember, for dude, you can do that any way you want. Okay, so this time you are not allowed to say hey, say hi, a wave works too. You do the motions and you make sure you're thinking it in your head with a good sense of beat. Because if you're just thinking, say hey, say hi, a wave works too, you're going to get to the next part before the rest of us. Okay? So here we go. 1, 2, here we go. Say, thumbs up or a wink. Air hug, jazz hand salute. Elbow bump, foot bump, air fist bump, dude. All right, so this time let's put those words back in, but let's take out all of the other words. Good strategy would be to think them in your head, right? If you're not thinking them in your head, you are so not going to get this, okay? Here we go. Ready? Go. Say hey, say hi, a wave works too. Say hey, say hi, a wave works too. So if you need to practice that, you go ahead and roll it back and practice it. And tomorrow will be our final challenge, and I'm sure you already know what our final challenge is going to be. Let's warm up with some rhythm echoes. So you know how this goes. I'll do a rhythm, I'll say it and clap it, and you need to echo it. So if you're echoing it, you are doing both, using your voice and your hands. I'll start off easy, and then I'll get a little bit harder. Ta, 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 ta. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. Ti, 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 ta. Ti, 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 ta, ta. Ta, ta. Ti, ti, ta. Ti, 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 too. Ta, ta, too. Too. Ta, ta. Too. Ta. All right, so if you're in 4th or 5th grade, the video keeps going because the 3rd graders don't know these notes yet. 4th graders, you will learn them sometime this year. In 5th grade, you learn them in 4th grade. So this is for 4th and 5th grade to do. Here we go. Cinco, ta, ta, ta. Cinco, ta, tita. Cinco, pa, tika, tika, ta. Tika, 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 ta, ta. Tika, 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 ti, ti, ta. Two, tika, tika, ta. Two, ta. Now remember, it's important to do our rhythm echoes every time we do them, because you may not know it, but they are worming your way into your brain and they are making you a more rhythmic person. Trust me, I know this. As promised, we're going to review Bim Bum Bitty Bum. And I told you last time, when we actually get to do our activity with this, it will be so much easier if you know the song. So it went, bim bum bitty bitty bum bitty bitty bum bim bum. Bim bum bitty bitty bum bitty bitty bum bim bum. Bim bum bitty bitty bum bitty bitty bum bim bum. Bim bum bitty bitty bum bitty bitty bum bim bum. You ready to try it with me? Here we go. Ready, sing. Bim bum bitty bitty bum bitty bitty bum bim bum. Bim bum bitty bitty bum bitty bitty bum bim bum. Bim bum bitty bitty bum bitty bitty bum bim bum. Bim bum bitty bitty bum bitty bitty bum bim bum. All right, let's move on to the next thing. So last time we did Rock Island Line with steady beat, but our steady beat we learned came in groups of 4 in that song. So its pattern was strong, weak, 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 strong, weak, weak, weak. And we showed that with this beat pattern, strong, weak, 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 strong, weak, weak, weak. A lot of popular music has that same 4-beat pattern. So I'm going to put on a more current song, and I'd like you to try the pattern with me. I'm going to go put it on now. Here we go. One, two, three, go. Strong, weak, weak, weak. 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 All right, I'm pausing here. So this next part's very important because you will be next time turning a video into me of you doing this next part. Are you listening? Okay. So you need to change at least one of my motions to a new beat motion. Let me say that again. These were my 4 motions. You need to pick one of those motions and change it to a new beat motion. And I recommend you keep it easy because, like, say for example, you decide to change my 3rd motion to a spin, then you would be doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, which can get exhausting. Now you might be thinking, wait, I want to change 2 motions, or I want to change 3, or I want to change them all. And that is fine as long as you're doing 4 and then 4, the same 4 and then the same. We're not making up a dance, okay? 4 beat motions. If you change more than 1, it's a higher grade. If you change just 1, that's okay too. So put the video on pause and think about what you want to change. I'm going to put you on pause as well. Did you come up with your new beat motion? I sure hope so. So this is your time to practice it. So I'm going to put the music on and I'm going to say strong, weak, weak, weak. And I'm going to do mine. I changed my third motion to touching my shoulders. So I'm going to do this. Okay? And if watching me confuses you while you're doing yours, just kind of turn so you're not looking at me. All right? So this is your practice time. One, two, ready, go. Strong, weak, weak, weak. 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 All right, so if you need more practice with that, roll back to the start of the song in the video and practice it some more. And then next time I will show you how to put your version on video to submit to me. Okay? So practice time, right? All right, when you're done practicing, let the video play forward into your next part of your lesson. Over the next several lessons, we are going to learn how he did that. The key is this. Prokofiev gave each character in the story an instrument sound. Today we will start with Peter. Peter's sound is the violin and other string instruments. When Peter is doing something in the story, this is the music you will hear. Let's learn a little more about the violin.
Every week, I'm going to introduce you to a new instrument. So, let's see what instrument we've got to meet today. This is my violin. My violin is a member of the strings family. And can you guess what my violin's made of? Let's have a listen. What material is that? That's right. My violin is made of wood. In fact, my violin is made of 70 different pieces of wood. Now, let's take a closer look at the different parts of my violin. The top of the violin is called the scroll, and below that we have the pegs, which we use to tune the violin. We need to tune to make sure that we're all playing the same note. Just like you, my violin has a neck, and on top of my violin's neck is a long black fingerboard, which we use to change the note. Below that we have the wooden bridge, the tailpiece, and the chin rest. Can you guess what part of your body the chin rest goes underneath? Finally, we have the F-holes. Let's take a closer look. These F-holes is where the sound of the violin comes from. When the string wobbles, The sound travels through the F-holes and into your ear. Finally, we have the strings. There are 4 strings on my violin. Shall we count them together? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 strings, and they all have different names. This is G, this is D, this is A, and this is E. To play my violin, I need to use my bow. This is my bow. It's made of wood and horse's hair. What sound do horses make? To make a good sound with my bow, I need to use rosin. String players put rosin on their bows to make them sticky. The horsehair needs to stick to the strings to make a sound. Now let's have a listen to all the different ways I can play the violin. I can play smooth and legato. I can play bouncy and staccato. I can turn my bow upside down and play col legno. And I can play tremolo, which is really, really fast. The violin is the highest pitched instrument in the strings family, and that means that the violin often has the tune. You can hear violins in lots of very, very famous pieces of music. You can hear the violin in this song. And if you listen really carefully, you might hear the violin in this song. But perhaps one of the most famous songs of all for the violin is a song by a composer called Vivaldi. Now this song is all about a certain season. Have a listen and see if you can guess what season he's writing about. This week, see if you can hear a violin in the music that you listen to. Okay, let's recap what we learnt today. We learnt that the violin is the highest pitched member of the strings family. We learnt that the violin has 4 strings. Can you remember what they were called? G, D, A, and E. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Remember to subscribe to my channel so you know when my video comes next week. But for now, it's a goodbye from me and a goodbye from the violin. Bye!
Boys and girls, we are learning that the famous composer Prokofiev brought the story of Peter and the Wolf to life by giving each character an instrument and a musical sound. Our next character is the grandfather. The grandfather's instrument is called the bassoon. I bet many of you have never even heard of the bassoon before. When the grandfather has a part in the story, here's the sound you will hear. Doesn't he sound grumpy and slow-moving, as old people sometimes are? Let's learn a little more about the bassoon.
My name is Amy and I play the bassoon. The bassoon can play very low. And also very high. I like playing really pretty tunes on the bassoon.